Hi there. In this video I want to talk about setting your long-term goals, which is a very important part of any business, not just SFI. Now SFI really encourages you to set goals, and if you've only just joined, there will be a section in your to-do list where you'll be rewarded with Versa points for setting your long-term goals. But if you've been with SFI for a little while, the place you need to go to set your long-term goals is to your Goals tab. And then once it comes up, just scroll down a little. And here we are, here's the section for long-term goals. Now if you come down the bottom here, there's a blue link that says Edit My Goals. And this is going to take you to your affiliate profile. And there's a lot of stuff that you can fill in on your affiliate profile, and if you've already filled this in, then you just need to scroll down. It's about 2/3 of the way down the page, I think. Here we are, your goals. Now, I'd recommend reviewing your goals every few months and updating them as necessary. So let's take a look at what I've got here. Your biggest strength, commitment to goals. Well, that's absolutely, I don't need to change that because I'm very committed to my goals. Now, this section here, amount I want to earn with SFI each month. And when it says after 6 months in business, after 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, and so on, it's actually going to set those goals, so 6 months from today. So when I look at the date down here, the date today is the 21st of December. So when I set my goal for 6 months' time, it's going to set a goal to be achieved by the 21st of June next year. So that's something to bear in mind. So this goal, which says 200 a month, I'm going to update now to 2,000 a month. And then after 12 months in business, so we're going to be talking about by the end of next year, I'm going to be looking at, let's put that up to 3,000 a month, and then after 2 years in business, we'll put that one up to 5,000 a month, and I'm going to leave after 5 years at 10,000 because 5 years is quite a long time, so it's very hard to imagine what the future is going to bring in 5 years. But those are the goals I've got for myself at the moment. I think 2,000 a month in 6 months is very achievable from where I am now, and then to add another 1,000 in another 6 months I think will be achievable. So I think these are goals that are realistic. They're going to challenge me, I'm going to have to push for them, but that's how you need to set your goals. If you're just starting out, you need to be realistic, and you need to bear in mind how much time and money you've got to spend on growing your business. Obviously, the more time and money you've got to spend, the higher you can set this 6 months in business amount. But you might be surprised to find that it does actually take a while to build some momentum and get things going. I think after 6 months with SFI, I was actually earning less than $100 a month. But that amount started to grow exponentially, and I've had a number of doublings of monthly income over the past several months. So although it can take a long time to actually build up even into 3 figures a month, once you get to that point and you get some momentum going and you've got people in your team that are working hard to build their own teams, that's when you start to see the growth happen. So the next question here, we have, do I intend to keep my SFI business a part-time endeavour? Well, yes, I do, because I've got lots of other things going on. I've got other businesses that I work on, so yes, I do. But if you're planning to eventually make SFI your main source of income, or your sole source of income, because you've got a job that you want to give up at some point in the future, you'd want to select no. And also you want to put a date in here, because it's always very good to give yourself a date target. But I would be realistic, and depending on the income you're looking to achieve from SFI, the overall income, you probably don't want to put this date less than 2 years away. So as I'm doing this now, it's the end of 2014, so I wouldn't want to put a date earlier than the end of 2016 in here if you were planning to make SFI your sole source of income, because 2 years isn't that long to grow a business from nothing. So that's something to think about. Now, this section here people are quite flippant about it, but it's really, really important. When I first filled this in, I put very random answers in here, but when I came back to it and thought about it more carefully, then I put in the things that were really important to me. Now, the point of this is to make you focus on why you're really doing this. And if you watched my introduction video, you will know that your reason why is very important, and it's something that I would like you to focus on, because it will make a huge difference in how your business grows. So I would drive A. Well, you can put any type of vehicle in here that you want. If cars are, as you can see, cars are not important to me, but if cars are important to you, if it's important to you to drive a particular sports car, or anything like that, then put in specifically the car that you'd like to drive. So don't just put in a Ferrari, put in the model of Ferrari that you want to drive. Don't be vague about it, be very, very specific about what you'd want. And then in here, you want to put in how you would really like to spend your time. If you had all the choice in the world of how to spend your time, then put in here how you would like to spend it. And this is something that you might need to think about quite a bit, because if you've spent many, many years working and work has taken up most of your time, then sometimes it's hard to imagine how you'd want to spend your time if you didn't have to work. So you need to kind of use your imagination here and spend some time actually thinking about this, and try to imagine if you had unlimited time and you didn't have to work, you didn't have commitments, you didn't have to do chores because you had plenty of money and you could just pay people to do your chores for you, what would you choose to do with your time? And then down here, I would build, most people put in the kind of house that they'd build. I've seen some people putting in that they'd build a hospital. For me, obviously, it's an animal sanctuary. But again, it's something that you want to achieve, something that's really, really important to you. And then in the bottom question, you're basically talking about where you want to live. Now, you might want to spend a lot of your time traveling the world, and SFI obviously makes that possible because you can operate the business from a laptop and an internet connection. But most people have somewhere that they really want to be based from, and that's what you're looking to put in here. It might not necessarily be a country, it might be a particular city, a particular location, very specific. And if there is somewhere very, very specific that you would like to actually make your home base, then put that in there. But do really, really think about the answers to these questions and focus on them, because they're very, very important to you, because these are the things that are going to keep you motivated when running your business feels like a struggle. And then once you're happy with everything that you've filled in these sections, so you can carry on scrolling down. Sorry, I missed a bit here. Right, the next section here is my SFI power rank goals. Now, power rank is where you are in, first of all, in the whole country, where you are in the whole company, sorry, then where you are in your country, and then where you are in your class, which is all the people who joined on the same day as you. For my class, I tend to be number 2. There's one person ahead of me, so obviously I put 1 because I want to be the best in my class. For my country power rank, I'm around 80 something at the moment, so I put my goal as the top 50. You can either have top 50, top 10, top 1. Once I achieve the top 50, I'm obviously going to change this to 10, but top 50 is the next step for me, so that's what I've put in there. My overall power rank company-wide, I'm somewhere in the thousands most of the time, so obviously I want to improve on that, so I have mine set at 500. Now, the bottom section of this is your team leader goals. Now, I became a bronze team leader. Oh, it won't let me set 2000. It won't let me set 2013 now. I became a bronze team leader in April 2013, so that was actually the date I had set there, but it isn't letting me do that now because it's 2014, so it won't let me set an earlier year. I've currently got, I plan to become a silver team leader by the 31st of December this year, which actually only gives me 10 days to achieve it. Now, I could achieve that. I could spend money. I could send out some gift cards. I could bid on auctions, and I could very, very easily earn the Versa points that I need to become a team leader. But I'm not going to do it because at the moment there's no point, and I'm just going to go over here and show you why. This is the SFI compensation plan. Now, the benefit of becoming a team leader from a financial point of view is your earnings from the Triple Clicks executive pool. It says here, as the bronze team leader, you'll receive matching Versa points on all EA2s in your downline within 6 levels. And as the silver team leader, you'll receive matching VP within 8 levels. Now, the reason that I'm not going to worry about moving up to silver team leader at the moment is because my downline isn't active through that many levels deep. So if we come back over here and look at the genealogy, you can see here these numbers. EA2 Versa points, and these are the EA2s in my downline and the number of Versa points that they're achieving. Now, as you can see, I've got my CSAs at the bottom here, but for my actual downline, I've only got EA2s down to generation 4. So even as a bronze team leader, which I am at the moment, I've still got 2 more levels of VP that I can earn on. Silver would take me down to generation 8. But obviously I don't need that at the moment because I'm not earning down to generation 6 at the moment. So there's not actually any point in spending money to push ahead and become a silver team leader when it isn't going to benefit me financially in any way. All it will do is it will give me a pretty silver badge on my profile instead of the bronze one, but that's just showing off, and it's not actually any benefit towards building the business. So if we come back over here, what I'm going to do with this, I'm obviously a bronze team leader already. I'm going to change my silver team leader goal, and I'm going to change it to, it should be June the 30th, there isn't a 31st of June, June the 30th next year, which is another 6 months away. And I'm going to leave gold and platinum as they are for the moment. They'll probably get changed at my next update, but that really depends on how I continue to progress. And then just down the bottom here, you've got this permissions section. I just check yes on all of these because it's basically about will you share your profile information with other people, and I just say yes because I just think it's really nice to share that information because it means that when people look at your profile they can actually see something about you. So obviously, I mean, these are all my my team leaders, my sponsor, my co-sponsor, and the other team leaders in my upline. And obviously I want them to know what I'm trying to do because they might be able to help me. And here there's a section saying, asking if you want to share it with A2A members. Well, yes, I do, because if people want to look at my profile before they decide whether they want to connect with me, then they can get some information from my profile and see if we've got things in common, see if there are things that we'll be able to do to help each other. So I just think it's really useful to share it all. And there's nothing in my profile that's private, so I think it's just a good idea to check yes all the way down there. And then once you get to the bottom, just click the Save Profile button. And here we are. Let's pop up in the middle. It's gone back to the home page. So if you now go back to the Goals tab again and scroll down, there we are. We can see that my goals have been updated. So that's basically what you need to do. Now, as I said, this is something that you probably want to come back to about every 3 or 4 months maybe, and just keep an eye on your goals and see how well you're doing towards achieving them and see if you can update them. I mean, sometimes you might find that you'll be able to update, for example, your financial goals. You might be able to update them forward, so you're actually doing better than you expected. And the same with your team leader goals. But don't worry if you need to set your goals back a bit, because when you first start out with a business, you're not really going to know what's realistic. So you may find that you set goals that are far too ambitious. And if you have done that, then it doesn't matter. It's fine to set your goals back if necessary. But hopefully you're going to do fantastically well and you're going to achieve all your goals and you're going to find yourself setting them forward. And that's what I would like to help you achieve with SFI.